Hi, everyone, and welcome to our weekly session, what we call Social Media Mondays. Real pleasure to have you all here, and we're going to be going and talking a little bit about Facebook today. And I just kind of want to do a little bit of a round table and see where you're all at, whoever is here, where you're all at with your Facebook right now, and if you're happy with how it's actually generating leads for you. So let's just go quickly around and ask a couple of questions. This is my interaction phase. Who wants to go first?
Well, mine's quick and easy, Odin. It's Robert. I don't really have anything going on Facebook that's drawing me any business currently. The focus has been LinkedIn, and yeah, I haven't. We'll get there, but we're not there yet.
No problem. I know the focus has been LinkedIn for you. Yeah, and so speaking of which, are you finding that you're creating a habit pattern with looking at the LinkedIn on a daily basis to see what kind of communication you have going back and forth and so
yes, I still haven't initiated my own posting program, and that's something that's on my agenda for this week, to develop a stream of posts to get it into the queue. And
okay.
But yeah, I have been looking at it regularly.
Okay. Who else is next? Who wants to go next?
Okay. Mine's about as quick as Robert's, which again is similar situation. I'm not really focusing on Facebook, more focusing on LinkedIn and somewhat on Alignable. So, so like I do have a presence there. I do have a company page. I post contents to there periodically. It's just not something I'm going out of my way for.
It's not a habit so far you're seeing results with.
Yeah, it's not something I'm going out of my way for.
Yeah, for sure.
No Facebook.
You just haven't found you just maybe haven't found the way to use it that I've been using it, because I do get a lot of results with Facebook. It may not look obvious because obviously I just have one thing here, but I have all these comments that are on here as well, and you can see like look how many interactions that there are. I mean, there's lots and lots and lots, and the key with having interaction is knowing how the Facebook works. So it could just be maybe no one's showing you how to do it in an easy, simple way, but I just want to keep on finding out a bit more. So Jason, thank you. Who else is here that wants to have some input on their Facebook?
Could I speak?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm struggling between what's the better one to do, to have a business page or to have a group page, because I have a business page and all that's getting is like increasing the number of likes and nothing more than that. So I mean, I really want to put it to work, but I don't know.
That's wonderful that you just mentioned that. Thank you. So the group versus business page. I can address that. So anybody want to go next?
I'll go.
Sure.
So I've been focused more on LinkedIn than I have anything else, but we do have that page that you created for the photo reading stuff, but I haven't really been active in it, so I need to change that.
Yeah, so here are a couple of pages that I...
Do you want to take mine as an example and then see that, or...
Yeah, sure. It doesn't matter which one I see, actually. Everyone's going to pretty much be exactly the same. But yeah, give me what the page is.
Joyous birth prenatal preparation. Prenatal play shops. Play shops. Play shop at the end. Yes.
Oh, you have 489 people that like it, so that's pretty decent. It's not bad. Okay, so yeah, we can use this. I kind of wanted to do a little bit more of so let's go through the differences between a page and a group. Okay, so first thing that I'm going to have each of you guys do is open up your Facebook page. And I'd like for you guys to start understanding how to do local searches. And it's going to be really important for you to have a tie-in when it comes to your business. So if we take a look over here at the Facebook groups over here that I've got, you can see that what I'm doing is I'm being a little more strategic when it comes to creating a business page online. I spent since years and years looking at Facebook and watching it and seeing what people are doing and what makes them successful. And what I have found is that what makes most businesses successful is when they use a generic business term that will allow more people to come to the business. So we very often think that we need to have we need to have our name on the business or on a business page, and that is semi-true. But really, if you think about it, what you're looking for is Mums Giving Easy Birth. That's the real headline. Mums Giving Easy Birth. I mean, that's what we're really looking for. Oh, there's some more people. Oh, hi Sharon, welcome. Happy to have you here. So, so what the real key here is to think of a name. So because you already have 489 people, that is a leverage point. But the next step is getting those people to actually get into a group. And so there are a number of different groups that you can actually have and you can take a look at. So let's take a look at some of the groups that I have over here. And I'm going to really recommend that you start taking a look. One of the first things that I always do when I'm growing an area is I look to take a look at the groups that are happening. So do you guys want to see how I made $27,500 using Facebook? Of course you do. And it's real, by the way. I have the contract for purchase and sale where I made $27,500 just using Facebook. And the way that I did that was this way. I might as well learn from real examples, right? So what I did is I decided that I was going to create, I'm working with a joint venture partner in Vernon, and I was going to create Rent to Own in Vernon. Now, that has nothing to do with the business name. It has nothing to do with anything else. It just has to do with the leads that I want to generate. I want to generate leads. And so what I decided to do is I was going to create a page, not a group. Just a page. A page allows me to market in that specific area. So you can see right here that my post reach is down 24%. But what have I been doing to be getting 6,164 people to like my ad? What have I did? How did I do that? You want to be asking yourself the same question, because it doesn't matter whatever product and services that you have, you need to be, I mean, you can see I have only 49 likes. But hey, hold it. 49 likes got me a $27,000 contract. You guys want me to show you the contract to show you that I'm indeed telling the truth? That's fun for me. Let's have a quick look. Oh, there's the contract that came in right there. The lady just signed the next part of the agreement. And let me just see here if I can get this up. I'll show you that the down payment is $27,000, and that cash is actually going to be going right into the business account. I'm just opening it up. I'll show it all to you guys. So how did I do that? How did one lead generate that? Well, it's because I'm thinking outside the box. So for instance, I know Robert's here. Robert, I've been recommending again and again that you want to be the person that people go to when it comes to franchises.
Right.
It's a really nice funnel system to get anybody that's interested in ever looking at a franchise to just like a page like this. So so for instance, a really good page would be everything you need to know about franchises on Facebook. Perfect. And then what we start doing is we start funneling that and getting people into your group just to start that process. Do construction companies work on Facebook? 100% they do. So look at construction. And we'll talk about, so we have construction. So we have a bunch of groups here that do construction. Construction, there's 26,000 people here, 40,000 people there, 3,000 people here, 32,000 members there, 6,000 members here, 26,000 members there, 21. I think you get the point. I mean, there's more than enough opportunity. And it is thinking. It's not about being overwhelmed. It's realizing that as a part of your daily process, you're just going to be putting in, just creating a funnel for yourself. And the same thing goes for the prenatal. So if we take a look and we want to go pregnancy. So let's take a look. Anything to do with baby. So let's just type in baby. Anything to do with baby. So these are all the groups, baby shower ideas. So let's take a look at baby showers. So it's baby showers. Let's look at baby Vancouver. So there it is, Vancouver baby and toddler swap. I mean, I'm pretty sure that they're not trading babies or toddlers themselves. It has to do with the clothing. It's a poor name for it. But still, we understand what the idea is of Vancouver baby and toddler swap. And then what you're going to do is you're going to join these groups, right? So maybe you're going to type in just pregnant groups. So the idea is that you join all these groups. So let's take, and the reason why you're joining groups is because you're going to invite people to your page. So we take a look at the group that I just showed you over here. And what I've done is I join all the groups in Vernon, every single group in Vernon, every one. And then what I do is I create my simple ad. And you can see right here, and you probably want to know, how did you create this ad, Odin? I'll tell you how I created it. And it's nothing different than you can create. And Jason wanted to start bringing ads here on a weekly basis, and I really recommend it. So what I typed in is I type in rent to own education. That's all I'm doing, rent to own education. And then I take a look here at all the different rent to own education, and I pick whichever one I like, and I read a few of them using my speed reading techniques. I don't have photo reading just yet, but speed reading techniques. And then what I do is I decide, okay, how do I want the ad to look? And then I make it look like this. And I'll show you what it looks like right over here. So this is one of the ads I looked at. So rent to own should be considered a step towards conventional financing. Very easy. And so the prices are going up. Rents have gone up in Vernon. That's a ping button. So how's about owning at the same price? A 2-bedroom, 1-bath rent-to-own condo opportunity. And then what you can see is that all these people said that they liked it. And what I did is I pressed on the like on all of their likes, and I invited them to my page, understanding this, that my database will make me rich. My product and services, not necessarily. So it's about creating relationships with individuals. So what I do is, even I started this, I haven't spent a penny on marketing. I just do it. And I know how to do it. Will I spend a penny on marketing? Well, I'm allowed to spend money on marketing, but it's more like a game for me. I enjoy the process of not having to. It's enjoyable for me. And when I do have to spend money, I understand how to measure and track that. So here, a lot of these people on pages think that they have to spend money and you have to boost this. You don't have to boost it at all. What you're going to do is you're going to go share like this, and your first thing you're going to do is you're going to do a search for where you think your business individuals are going to be. So for women who are pregnant, for instance, they're going to be joining anything to do on Facebook in regards to pregnancy, most likely. You can find out, Facebook has an algorithm that will allow you to take a look at who's pregnant in a certain area. It's just one area to get one lead, remember. And then the idea next is to use the other social media forums and to use them all together and create a puzzle. So one puzzle piece doesn't create a whole marketing program, but a bunch of those puzzle pieces together will create the whole picture. So after I've done this and I've gotten my ad, and it doesn't matter what it looks like, what I'll do is I'll send it to a couple of people to test out. Here, let me just add some more people in. So then what I do is I add it to, I add a couple of people and I test and measure if it works. And the way that I know that it works is first of all, I'll go here and I'll do share like this. And then what I'm going to do, and this is low cost, no cost way of doing marketing. So I've created my ad, whatever that ad is. And the next step, and I'm doing this as an example because this is the one that I know is working, and this one has made money. So and I just want you to see that this stuff, it doesn't take a crazy amount of brain power. It just takes your being good at time management. Approximately 60 minutes is all you need to create one good marketing piece. So you can see it took me 60 minutes to create this marketing piece. And now what am I doing? I've gotten 6,164 people who've liked this message, which is great. I've gotten 17 shares, which is fine. And I'm going to show you right now what all those shares have done. So here's a bunch of the shares. So I got no likes for Vernon News. No big deal. I got Vernon Buy and Sell. I got no likes. Probably could have been the time of day, 4:43 p.m., or it could have been the date that it was as well. Okanagan Home Suite Rentals, I got 3 likes, 2 likes there, which is pretty decent. So you can see what I'm doing is I'm doing my key performance indicators. So here, this one right here, Okanagan Homes and Suite Rentals, this was Amber Lee right there. So what I can do, typically what I'll do is I'll go back over here to my Renton Vernon message. I'll go like this because I've created the Vernon RTO. I'll go back over here to where I saw this person right here. And then what I'll do is I'll click a message. I'll go over here and I'll say, hey, I'd like to invite you just like that. So hey, I saw you liked a comment on the rent to own. I'd like to invite you to the page. Can you like it? Just something simple. I'm not making a big deal out of it. I'm just developing relationships because I realize that I only have three properties. So I've already sold 1. I have 2 more to go. Out of 55 people, can I sell 2 properties? Yes is the answer. And it doesn't matter what product and service you have. The point is that these 55 people represent 1 lead and 1 person on your database. The way that you actually find out who those leads are is you go over here to settings and you go here to people and other pages. And then guess what? Now what you have is you have a list of all the people that have liked your page. And you can actually start doing something with this. You can start sending them messages. For instance, if you had a prenatal course, what you might want to do is you want to say, thank you for liking our prenatal care, our prenatal page. Obviously, what we have is we have ongoing education. And we would like to invite you and another pregnant lady that you know to come and check out our free session. Perfect. Just an open invitation, because the idea is that women need to know this education about giving birth, regardless of the age, and regardless if you're pregnant or not. Once you have that education, it can never be taken away. It's just better, of course, if you're pregnant and you're going to be giving birth. But the idea behind there, you can understand, right, Gurjeet?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have 400 people as a part of your database already. 400 people. That's awesome. That means that it's a little bit of work. By the way, you can outsource all that work to a virtual assistant and they can do that all for you. There's lots of things. If you're thinking to yourself, oh my God, I don't want to talk to 400 people, no big deal. You just talk to 1 or 2 or 3 at a time. It's okay. What you can also do is you can put them all into a group message like this. You can actually add everyone into a group message. Facebook's pretty cool. It's got some pretty powerful tools. So the next step for me is, because I want to create a new message and I don't want another 17 shares, is to create a brand new message and see how many people I can get in with a brand new message. So that's what I'll be doing again. You can see I have a message here. I did 8 shares. You can see I had 22 people here that took a look at this one, and 1 person liked it, which is great. Let me see if so that person already likes the page. And that was all about Liberals unveiling a rent-to-own program, which is kind of neat. And then here again, 2,000 people. And all of this, you can see I never paid any money for boosting. So where in the world can you get free advertising marketing to thousands and thousands of people by just sharing what it is that you're doing? Where? Facebook's one of them. Facebook has to be a top 10 must-do on a weekly basis to grow my database. It must, period, in my opinion. So what you're going to do is you're going to go and create a page for yourself. I always recommend creating a page, and then I also recommend creating a group. You're going to do both. So the page, you create a page to do all of your advertising and marketing on, and you create messages like what I'm doing here. And then there's another group that you can, then what you can do is you can get onto groups. Here, check out, I have Badass Facebook marketing group. I joined a Badass Facebook marketing group. It only has 2,800 members, but I wanted to start joining all these social media groups. So I joined Facebook marketing groups, LinkedIn marketing groups, all these groups here on Facebook. I also put on a YouTube. I'm part of the YouTube Facebook groups, Twitter Facebook groups. I mean, there's Facebook groups for everything. And the cool thing is you can get great ideas from them and great marketing. So for this particular group, and this is where I want to show you the difference between a group and a page. So a group allows you, a group is just simply a group of people. In this particular case, 22,743 people have liked this group, but there's only about 2,812 members. And if you're going to choose, you have to choose if you want a group or if you want a page. Now, a page allows you to market and boost for self-liquidating offers. It allows you to promote a book. It allows you to promote all your marketing. It allows you to follow the 4 elements of marketing: to get attention, the engage, the educate, and the offer. So that's what the page allows you to do. The group, something totally different. The group allows you to have member discussions. It allows you to search the group for key terms, which is really kind of neat. It allows you to take a look at all the members. So these are all the members of this group. So I have 25 friends that are part of this particular group. It allows you to take a look at all the different groups, and you can actually become friends with all these people in this group if you're looking for that. You're allowed to put events on there. So there's events. You can also post videos, which is kind of neat. You can post photos, which is kind of fun. But what's really, really cool is all these files. Do you know that each group allows you to actually upload helpful files? One of Jason's recommendations was starting a Facebook group, where just a private Facebook group where all of us that are a part of this can start putting our stuff to take a look at. No one else could have access to it. No one else would be an admin. It would just be us. That's a good use of a group. So a great use of a group would be if you have a bunch of pregnant moms that all want to support and help each other. You get them into a group, not on your page, because the group then allows everyone to interact with each other. So we can see here, so this one right here is, she's pretty good actually. She does some good work on social media, social Sundays here. So she actually, $50 Saturday. So she goes and she's actually helping with the whole Facebook marketing thing and giving some great ideas. So that's one way to use a group. And anyone can comment and anyone can interact, and everyone should interact with a group, and that's the idea. Whereas with a page, the interaction is less pronounced. It can be done, but you can see here it's totally different than what a group would be. And so this is geared specifically towards marketing and towards advertising. And people are allowed to go and like it, and they're allowed to put comments, and they're allowed to share it. It's very similar to a group. There are some key differences, though. In a group, you cannot manage your promotions. You don't have any jobs. You can put photos and videos and about, but this is predominantly, the page is predominantly about your business practice. But that's where you need to be specific as well, and really kind of don't think of yourself like, this is what I do. So for instance, I don't just sell Alair franchises. I give information to individuals who want to buy a franchise in the housing industry or in the construction industry. That could be good. I don't like that one, but more generic would be good, because people who have money are looking for ideas. I also know that in regards to the franchise idea, you're looking for specific things too. So maybe you'll have Alair on one example, and maybe you'll have AGI on another example for these specific pages. I think that's too complicated and too much work for the franchise model. There's some ideas with Facebook, and I'm going to open it up to see if you guys have any questions. I've been talking like nonstop now for the last couple of moments, 20 minutes, more like it. So do you guys have any comments or anything you want to add?
Odin, on the Facebook or the group, can you, I've got to get a little bit more knowledgeable of functionality. Can you post on somebody else's page, or can you only post on somebody else's home wall? Like can I go and post on your Rent to Own?
Yes, you can. Only because I've allowed you to be able to do that.
Okay.
So on the pages, you have the option of allowing people to not make comments.
Okay, it's okay.
Yeah, very controlled. Just imagine like this was my business.
Yeah.
So I want to control the comments on the business. I want to control everything about it. So that's for a page. Yeah. So let's take a look at groups. Take a look at some of the groups I have. And I don't do as much group work as I do a lot more page groups. Okay, well, this let's just take a look here. So this is an example of a group. So I haven't done much work on this group. I've got 10 members. So here what I can do is I can add as many members as I want to this group. So in a group, anyone can add more members, period. On a page, you cannot add more members. That's one of the major differences. So you can see right here that this page, I can't really do anything. I can't really, I mean, it doesn't really allow me. I mean, of course I can invite friends right here, right? So I can go there and invite all my friends if I want to, and so on.
Actually, with a page, you can add other users to it. So you have to go about it differently. It's a little bit more complicated, but you can add moderators, administrators, and stuff like that to it, though.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and administrators and moderators and so on, they allow you to have. But you can actually on a page, you can have moderators as well. Give you an example here. Look at this one. So here's one that we've been working on. It's not a group, but we're using it as a page. So this one has 65 followers. He posts regularly. He's got all his business details, and the reason he's doing this on this one is because this is his business page, right? But from my experience, adding members to groups is just a little bit easier. Anyone can actually do it, and let's just double check that because I want to make sure. So here I can go down here.
Well, I think you can invite them. They have to accept.
Invite your friends right here. So I can invite friends to Joyous Childbirth. So I can do that for that page, which is perfect. And let's take a look at another group, just any group here that I can become a part of. Let's just look at this one. And let's just look at, let's look at this one right here. So this one here, it's much easier for me to add members as a group. You can see the difference. So here I have to invite my friends. It's a two-step process. It's not as intuitive. Here, what I have to, it's very easy. I just go add members, and I can add members if I want to. So as a referral program, you can do a referral program to add members and, to this. So the real difference between the group and the page is that the group allows you to interact, add files, so you can upload files, whereas this page here, it will not allow you to upload files. You just get to write a post, right? So here you can advertise your business, you start a live video, you can get a message, you can write a note, create an offer, you can create an event, or you can publish a post. Very different over here. Here, I can do whatever I want. I can create a poll, I can ask questions, I can ask for recommendations, I can check in, I can do a tag event, I can say my feelings, I can tag my friends, and I can do a video post. So it's just imagine this. Just imagine I'm in a room where I can share that room with a bunch of people, and I'm not the guy at the front of the room. That's what a group is. The guy at the front of the room is really Sherry here. Okay. And this right here, this is me being the guy at the front of the room, and I don't have all those other options. Well, I have check-in, ask for recommendations. I can ask a poll. I can tag an event. So I have some very similar stuff, but let me just see here. I can even add a file on this. Oh, that's a group. That's why. Let's go to a non-group one, this one right here. So this right here is very generic. You can see it doesn't have as limited group functions. And the idea of the group is to create that interaction. And so if you're going to be creating a group, you got to look at it every single day or every second day and just make a habit out of it and create a habit out of it. And so the idea is to generate ongoing leads. Now, the marketing that you create here, like the copy you create here, this can be used for all your other social media. It will be used for LinkedIn. It will be used for Alignable. It will be used for Twitter. It will be used for all your other social media needs. So if you do something for LinkedIn, you do it over here. If you do it for Facebook, you also do it for LinkedIn, if that makes sense. Did that answer your question, Robert?
Yeah, thank you.
Which do you think that you want to do? Which do you think is a better recommendation for you?
Within Facebook, you mean?
Yeah, to grow your database there, yes.
Yeah, well, I would want to do a page.
Yeah, I think.
And join groups to then invite people to my page.
Precisely, exactly. That's exactly what I do. I personally always create the page, and then I leave the groups for whatever I think is strategic. So a group is really meant for that interaction. And so what I noticed that is that I'll always start a page and grow a page first. And then when the page gets a bit of traction, I'll start a group. So my rent-to-own group, it's almost ready for me to start adding those people to this rent-to-own group. Almost, not just quite yet. 50 people, I'm going to do a few more marketings and so on. So what are your goals for this week, guys, with your Facebook, your groups and your pages? What do you want to accomplish? Just do a little round table. What would you like to accomplish? And understanding that in your marketing book on a weekly basis, there's over 60 ways for you to grow your business. LinkedIn is one way of generating leads. Facebook's a second way of generating leads. And I need you to be focusing on 3 ways, adding to the previous 3 from last week or the week after, on an ongoing basis of how you're going to generate leads. If you already have generated leads, the next step is, how do I build a conversion process where I can help a person understand the educational spectrum? And the educational spectrum means that you've gotten a lead, they've been educated, they know what it is you do, but you don't want to disappear and you don't want to stop marketing, because then what's going to happen is someone else will come into the marketplace and going to snag the work that you've done. So it is that education spectrum to remember. And in understanding that today you have X amount of time, and that every day you have X amount of time, and that's why we have a marketing plan. That's why we have a weekly planner. That's why we plan 3 months. That's every quarter. That's why we do a 12-month plan as well. And that's why we have a 5-year plan, because all of these goals break down. What is the best way for me to generate a lead, and where can I get these leads? With 2 billion people on Facebook, kind of dawned on me, that's a great place for leads. And then all of a sudden, oh yeah, I was going to show this this to you right here. Then all of a sudden, and I just want to make sure that here, I know what I'll do. I'll keep a bit of confidentiality. Let's just see here. Of course, when I want it to work, it's not. Okay, well, I'm just going to show it to you. So here, this is a contract for purchase and sale for a real estate project, and you can see right here, this one's not signed yet, but this one is $127,800. That's how much this contract is going to make. And that was done from and I don't get it all, unfortunately. There's joint venture partners. But that's fine. We do the work we have to do. My work was to generate a lead and get a rent-to-own buyer, and I did that. And I did it with 50 people. So if I can do it, I know for certain you can, because you guys all know persistence is the key, right? Doing it diligently. Saying to yourself today, I wasn't able to accomplish that, I'm going to accomplish that tomorrow, right? So where are you guys at? What do you want to accomplish with Facebook over the next week? Or what are your social media goals? Because I mentioned that we would eventually be going through all the social media, and I wanted to go through low cost, no cost way of growing your marketing first. So let's go around. So you said you're going to start a page, Robert. I think that's a great idea.
I want a page and I want to create an ad.
Exactly. And I'll help you with that ad. And also, once you create a page, remember, you can put that page onto LinkedIn. And okay. LinkedIn will promote Facebook for you. Intermingle them. Because there's certain things that, and remember, you can do a LinkedIn group also.
Yeah.
But what I'm finding, even with the LinkedIn experts, is that they go to Facebook groups and Facebook pages. Mm. So that's cool. What do you want to accomplish this week, Jason?
I'd say I'm going to continue to focus on LinkedIn just because that's where I'm getting the most results.
Yeah, for sure.
To mention something, I did actually put a lot more effort into Facebook, well, maybe 2-3 years ago when I was first starting my business.
Yeah.
And I was just finding that for like the amount of effort I was putting in, I was getting more results from LinkedIn than from Facebook.
That could be the truth. And if that is the truth for you, then that's the truth for you. But remember this, business pages.
Yeah.
Remember this, business pages. So let's take a look at any kind of business in the Lower Mainland. So let's take a look at any kind of pages. So small business BC. Let's focus on dentist. Dentist. Oh, look at Guildford Dental Group. Langley Dentist. Oh, here's another dental group. Another dental group. Holy man, I don't understand. How come there's all these dental groups over here in the Lower Mainland? It makes no sense to me. Looks like every single one of them is here. Oh, my goodness. Well, let's see what happens if because this one here is rated #1, and I know they're marketing. They're spending lots of money on marketing. Let's take a look at something else that may not have as many. 104 likes, 189 likes. 135 likes. So maybe this one would actually be a good candidate. Let's take a look there. Okay, so here we are. And I want to take a look at their website right over here. Okay, so I got their website. That's an interesting looking website. It looks like it's kind of a little bit modern. They spent a little bit of money on it. Maybe they don't need a website review right now, but guaranteed that some of their competitors are going to need some kind of website review. So we'll take a look back again. And we'll take a look at the Langley Dentist because let's see how they're doing for their website. So here we'll take a look at the Langley Dentist right over here. Again, look at very similar to the one we just looked at right here. So they're having a very similar website designer that they're working with. You can see right here. But this one's a little different. Look, they have a pop-up page, right? So let's take a look.
That's the thing I noticed with this one is that little blue rectangle there, they have the call to action section.
Right here, yeah.
The only difference I would have done is probably made the blue a little bit darker just so that the text stands out more.
Well, then tell them that. But do you understand how this all of a sudden becomes a lead generating tool for you?
Yeah.
Because everyone is on Facebook is what I discovered. Every single business is on Facebook, and it doesn't matter if they're working on it or not. They're on Facebook, and they want the same thing that you want. They want to generate a lead. What they're not doing is they're not spending their time where their databases are, though. So here, they don't know how to convert the 189 people, most likely, but they have a presence. So the question is, can you create a Facebook funnel, or can you create a business funnel for this company here so they can get more likes? So that's just an interesting conversation, right? That's just saying that there is business here to be had for you if you're going through this. So, I mean, earlier on, we took a look at pages. Let's look at construction. Let's look at builder. Let's look at builders. Beaver Builder. Well, let's look at about construction. Okay, they're the Vancouver Housing, and you already have that association. So so here what we have is we have Excel Homes. It's out of Calgary. We don't really want them, but just giving you some ideas of what you can look at for pages. And all of these become Ask the Builder. There you go. So that's an interesting one. And you can do a ton of research. Remember, part of the sales process is to understand who your target market is. It's the preliminary building of your sales process, right? So
yeah, well, this said so you have to be area specific with this. So you could say Vancouver or etc.
Exactly. But remember, if they're not on LinkedIn, and how many people are really? I just spoke to someone who runs a business, and what they ended up saying is that they're on LinkedIn, but they don't use LinkedIn. They haven't looked at LinkedIn for a couple of weeks. They're on Facebook.
Yeah.
So now what we need to do is we need to see, because everyone who is working somewhere is using some social media, and they're predominantly using 80% of one and 20% of another one. So our job is to figure out, where are our target clients actually? Well, they're actually on LinkedIn, and they're on Facebook, and they're on Pinterest, and they're on Instagram, and they're on YouTube, and they're on Google+. And they're going to live events. I'm finding out lots of information about live events, guys. They're going to live events typically once a month, minimum once every quarter. So I mean, those are where all our leads are, right? But yeah, you have to be pretty specific. So Jason, you could just continue building LinkedIn. I think it's great to have focus, but also be aware of how you can use the Facebook for yourself as well. Because I did say we would go through all of the mediums, and I kind of wanted to touch on Facebook a little bit on this, but just make it interesting for me.
And I'm not discounting using Facebook. It's more of a thing that I just want to stick with one till I've mastered it and know that I know how to generate leads that lead to sales from that one there.
But Jason, also, how many people do you have on your personal Facebook page?
My personal Facebook?
Yeah.
Not sure. I haven't looked in a while.
Okay. So there are 100, 200, 300, 500 messages for you to send out.
Okay. I have 541 friends right now. Of course, not 100% of those are potential business.
Who cares?
Many of those are personal, like friends and family and stuff like that. But
that's where a
good number of those are people that could be potential clients. So
yeah. So you have 500 more leads to send a message to. That one question.
Yeah.
Okay. Last time you sent out 500 leads, you got a lot of business. Now you're going to send out another 500 leads, and you're going to get probably the same amount of reply back, which means you've just doubled your sales for what you wanted to do. So really consider just sending that message out. Who else wants to go? Gurjeet?
I think my goal might be to put a Facebook post on my page.
That would be awesome. I'd love to see it. And I think that maybe it might be time to do a little bit of strategic thinking on how we can make your page more about like prenatal education is fine, but making it more generic so that you become the go-to person instead of just having it your business name. Creating a page that's more generic, if that makes sense to you, where you can give where it becomes part of your sales funnel. You and I will probably need to talk about that a little bit more, but just putting a post up for your page would be very important. And I would say also what's really important is making sure you join a number of groups. Joining those groups is everything. Everything. The whole business is based upon you joining other groups. If you're not joining other groups, then it becomes a bit of a challenge for you. So these are all my groups. These are all the groups that I am a part of. So
actually, one interesting as a member that I read about and tested myself is when you post something to let's say your Facebook page is like your own post.
Yeah.
And you seem to, because a person that said that mentioned that they seem to get more, more reach on their post when they do that. And I actually tested that and noticed that when I post and then like my own posts, I seem to get anywhere from 20 to 50% more reach than when I don't.
That's beautiful. Beautiful. So remember that, everyone, guys. So you can see how many groups I'm a part of. It just goes on and on, right?
Yeah.
You can tell I've been doing this for a while. But this is what the business is about, guys.
But ask Odin, you belong to all these groups, but do you post to all these groups?
No. I'm strategic.
Okay.
I'm strategic. I'm starting to spend more time in my top 5 groups that I'm interested in. So I'll pick 5 groups that I'm interested in and start interacting. The challenge with that, though, is that, it does come up over here, but it doesn't show any likes on my main page. It just shows like on that group page instead. So they get lost. Does that make sense? So any interaction you have, it doesn't get logged onto your page. It just gets lost in the group. That's why building relationships with group members and then adding friends. So you can see here that I added, it doesn't say here, I added 1, 2, 3 extra friends on Sunday from a group. And I'm very picky in who I decide that I want to be friends with, because there's only 5,000 people you can be friends with before you have to go to a page or a group. So I hope that helps you out. So who else is next? Diane?
So I need to start posting in the Facebook group that you and I are part of for the photo reading.
Yep.
I need to start doing that this week because I'm preparing for my webinar. So I need to get going.
Yes, perfect. I think that's a great goal. Also making sure that you continue with your LinkedIn group. So we'll be talking Facebook and LinkedIn kind of, they are supporting softwares. They support each other. I agree with that. And the other thing here is when you're taking a look at your page, you changed it. Oh, it has been changed. Okay, perfect. This is good.
Yeah, we worked on that last week or the last time.
Yeah, right. And it actually looks so much better than what it was before. So this is really good. So yeah, you need to start posting something. And see, the thing is that I don't even see how many people are a part of this group yet. I can't even see that. So I know there's a bunch of people as a part of the group, but I don't know who they are.
I know it's had new views. I do know that.
Yeah, it's not showing me, so I don't know. It might be a setting or something like that. And then
are you set to be an administrator in that group?
Odin is and I am.
Yeah, we both are.
Okay.
Yeah, it's important to make administrators. So yeah, we're both administrators. Yeah. So there should be no issue with being able to see how many people are signed up, because I know there's a bunch of people that did sign up, but it doesn't show it here. And that's part of my challenge with the pages. It doesn't really show too much. But I work with what I've got, right? So let's take a look at the prenatal.
So can you post events on your page?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, right over here. And the thing is that we have actually paid for posted events in the past. It works, but I only ever spend $7 per post. That's my budget. Typically, last one, the owner decided to spend $100, and I felt that was I felt that was a bit too much for the results that we got. The result, it did actually end up working. It was self-liquidating offer, but I like to spend less money when it comes to. I like to do more organic stuff. Personally, but that's just the way I like to do things. Anything else? Anyone else?
Not for me.
There's Sharon. Sharon's a part of this group here today. Hey, Sharon, what are you going to work on this week? You have a lighting company, and I know you like real estate too. So what do you want to do? You there, Sharon? You can unmute yourself. I'll unmute you. Hello, Sharon, you there? Okay, no big deal. Gurjeet, was your question answered?
Yes. Just one question I have for you.
Yeah.
And that is, some are paid membership pages. So they only open it up to people who pay the membership fee. Is that somehow different, or is it just the moderator who opens it up?
That's a great question. Pages are always public, always. But groups can be made private or closed. So it's by invitation only that you're welcome into that group. And I have a couple of groups like that as well. And what happens is, as the moderator, you would invite people to your private page, and then they would come on, and no one else would have access to it. There's no sharing on it. That doesn't exist. Sharing function is taken away. So I hope that answers your question.
It does.
Okay. So for here, for instance, Joyous Birth, prenatal play shops for expecting mothers. Why did you call it play shops?
Because it's not workshops. They don't work. They play. They have fun.
Oh, geez, that's an interesting. Well, I want to see the next post I want to see from you is the kind of fun that everyone's having. That would be really good. I'd like to see some more pictures so I can see what you're doing is you're just posting up. So the way that these ads work, in order to get the most amount of traction, is you have to post a picture along with it. Always post a picture along with your ad.
I have posts with pictures too.
But these two don't have posts with pictures. So I'm just recommending posts with pictures. So here's another one that doesn't have a picture to it. Here's another one that doesn't have a picture to it. This one does have a picture to it, but you're actually promoting global news. This one is just your picture. So what we do is I want a picture. So this one's a good one. This is a good example. So what you would do is you would take these words out here like this, and then you would just post it up on top, and then take the picture and then add the picture, and then you can promote it. But you did I see what you did here. Okay, I understand. That was what you did is you promoted your page here is what you did. And then you have some decent over here. You have 4 people that are liking you on a regular basis. But what you can do is you can actually start naming people out. Like, for instance, I'll give you an example on my homepage over here. So I got John Fraser right here, and he shared that interview that he just did with him and I. You can read that. It's actually, listen to it. It's pretty good. So here you can see this right here was from Sherry from Facebook Marketing. She put a question on there about niche. Then I put some kind of events on there. And then I have some more stuff over here. Let me just see. I called all you guys out. I might have been up over here for the that's not it. That's not it. Oh gosh. It must be further down in the feed where I said each of your names. I said, hey, come and check this out. And I actually added you in, and I did the @ So here it is, right here, this one. So I got Robert here. So I noticed that when you guys see a little thing message here on your Facebooks, you should, on a daily basis, you should not have anything. This should be at 0 at all times, and your messages should be looked at. This is a database. So when people are interacting with you, and you're not interacting back, it's fine, but I'm looking for that interaction, and that interaction will get you interacting as well, and it helps all of us, because the more you like and the more I like, the better off we will all be. So I got Robert, I got Jason, I got Rosalie, I got Jonathan, I've got Ruby, I've got Doug, I've got Tara, I got all. It's just I've named some people there, and I want to show you. You can do that in all of your ads. This was just an example for you guys. All right. Let me just see what else. Anything else you guys want me to go through in the last minute or so? Or questions that you might have or concerns? So do an ad, but in your ad, what you're able to do is you're actually able to go and take a look, and you're able to include the people that are following your page, people that you know. Now what you would do is you would get 20 or 30 people at any one time. You can include them. And then ideally you're going to start growing your likes with those 20 to 30 people. You start getting into their feed. The other things that I'd really, really recommend is for this, you got to think outside the box. If you say that this is prenatal play shops for expecting moms, then what happens after they've given birth? About all this, you can use this really strategically as well, Gurjeet. So we have a couple minutes left. Any questions? Well, did you find this useful is what I'd like to know.
Yeah, well, no, very much so. Just
different system.
Yeah, different things. Once again, it makes me think, do I want to spend time on this, or do I want to just focus on, one thing at a time?
Well, don't look at it as you having to choose between focusing time on Facebook or focusing time on LinkedIn. How many people, like it's a numbers game.
Yep.
2 billion people use Facebook.
Yeah.
Not even close to that uses LinkedIn.
Yeah.
So what you're going to do is you're going to say, okay, while I'm building my LinkedIn profile, what's stopping me from building my Facebook one? Nothing. It's a matter of just in your head saying, this is a lead generator for this business. I want to get 2 sales on this every quarter. That's the goal. 2 sales per quarter using Facebook. And then 2 sales per quarter using LinkedIn. That's for your industry. Gurjeet, she needs to have a minimum of 5 sales off of either LinkedIn or Facebook or both, because her goal is 10 couples or 20 people coming to her events. That's what her goal is. Diane's goal is 35 people coming to her events, right? So Jason's goal is different than what Gurjeet's goal is. So it's not about I would say it's about looking at it as a lead generator and as a saying, okay, which are the most important social medias to be using? There's 3 of them. LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. I think that those are the 3 most important social medias to be using on a daily basis. And it becomes part of the daily routine. So as you're going out and doing other things, you just happen to have it up. As you know, I got like 6 people that want to communicate with me already. And that's just, and I'm on that. This is on all day long. So I want to make the next sale. So how do I do that? Where do I go to do that? I know that LinkedIn is a great, and then I would say that a secondary doesn't take more than 5 or 10 minutes. If you're creating LinkedIn ads, you're also going to be creating Facebook ads. They're the same ad process. Difference is LinkedIn allows you to have a limited amount of characters. Facebook does not. The key with Facebook is making sure that you're not going too far into the see more. Ideally, your Facebook ad and your marketing is 1 paragraph long that will follow the marketing equation. And by the way, I'm going to encourage you to each bring your ads each week that you want to be posting that week on social media so you can use this group the way it's supposed to be used, which is making your ads better. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's actually one thing that I would like to get some help with is in being able to create social media posts, because so far I've gotten very good at creating a blog post, but I don't know, it's a very different process to do a social media post. It's a lot shorter format, and
it is.
It's one of those things where when I start writing, let's say, something to put on Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever, it starts turning into a short blog post.
I hear you. So what we can do this next week is, how about each of you bring 1 idea to create an ad with, and we will create an ad right then and there.
Okay.
And if it takes 5 minutes, it takes 5 minutes. If it takes 10 minutes, it takes 10 minutes. If we get 1 done, you'll all be working on yours, because an ad is an ad is an ad, right? The other thing that I would like for you to do this week is I'd like for you to become part of all the groups, or all the pages, I should say, become part of all the pages that are your competitors, so that you can start seeing how they are advertising on Facebook. So let me just see if I think I might have an example of what I've been doing here on that one. Research right here. Yeah, so here it is. There's this guy right here. You guys probably know him. Make Your Mark.
Yeah.
Right? So this is a small little free tickets to the business workshop in Surrey. So I have every single one of these from him. I tracked it all. That's what I did. That's how I do my research. I tracked every single one. I want to see what he was doing. I like his pictures. I look to see how many times he uses those pictures. There's a whole bunch of things. I know a number of these people that are here. I know her for sure. Jason, you're probably in there too somewhere. But the point is start going and taking a look at your competitors or people that are in the same niche as you're in, and start copying their ads. You're not gonna copy them, but you're going to look at them for ideas. That's your competitive search, or competitive research, or competitive analysis. So I know that was long-winded today. So what we'll do is we'll end the conversation, and hopefully you got some decent ideas out of today.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, a little bit of extra knowledge always goes a long way. Diane, are you good?
Awesome. Have my list for the week.
And was this beneficial for you today?
Yeah, I need to get going more on Facebook.
Facebook is where a lot of your clients are too.
Yeah, people who struggle with reading are often. I need to look for groups for people who are struggling with the reading process so I can help them. Because
you got the new RAS reading skills program, eh?
Yep.
Nice. So exciting. Guys, I like working with you. Thank you so much. And we'll talk to you. Remember to book your times this week. Really, really important. Okay.
Actually, speaking of groups, that actually reminds me of another thing that I'd like to also get some help with is in being able to find groups that I can post in that without upsetting people, where I can find people that are looking for digital marketing services. Because there's two things that I don't want to get is into groups where I'm just wasting my time, because I'm just going to get kicked out right away anyways because it's off topic to what the group's about. And second thing is groups where I'm just preaching to the choir and I'm promoting my service to my competitors.
Yeah, and so there are some strategies with that. The first is I only go to where my competitors are hanging out to do market research.
Yeah.
Then what I do is I join groups that are not that where my competition are not there. So local community groups or local business groups or networking groups and so on. And then I just make meaningful communication. Alignable is really good for that, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Alignable is great for that. Yeah. So there's no easy way around it. It is a building of a relationship. And really it comes down to you creating a page that people want to join. You creating a group. It's about funneling people away, because the active people are part of groups, right?
Yeah.
So you're just wanting to get the active people as a part of your group. And then you want to be doing it on a local level. So for instance, you could start the Coquitlam Business Group. And everyone who's in Coquitlam needs to be part of this business group. If you're not a part of this business group, you're ridiculously silly. Why are you not a part of this business group? You go to community centers, you do all these things, you spend money for all of these blah, blah, blah. But here's a free Coquitlam group that you can join. It's for business and business owners, and you're going to facilitate it and you're going to make it work. And guess what? It's not going to be great at first, but eventually you're going to be the admin of all the businesses in Coquitlam. That's thinking outside the box. And that's how we all need to be thinking. We must get out of the I'm have to sell you my services. It's more like how can I help you build your business even further? That's where I'm coming from to help you guys.
Yeah.
So I think that might be a different approach, and just takes consistency, just a bit of consistency. And I think you'd get better then. Okay, guys, if there's nothing if there's nothing else, I'll let you all go. Thank you for the time.
Thank you, Odin.
Thank you, Odin.
No problem.
Thank you.
You feel free to call me, text me, whatever else you need. Just you're part of this group. And I'm thinking that this week what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the Facebook group, the private Facebook group for us, where we can post our Facebook messages and we can comment with each other to see if those ads are good or not. Good idea?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's what I'll do for this week. Set up the Facebook group. Okay, talk to you soon, guys.